Doctor secretly injected python DNA into his assistant, but after just a single night, the assistant's body underwent a shocking transformation. Scales began to grow all over his skin, and even his head started morphing into something more serpentine. Horrified by the grotesque mutation, the doctor immediately gave him another shot. He was eager to witness a miracle. But just as he watched with anticipation, the assistant accidentally let out a fart. That one fart turned out to be catastrophic. It released the modified python genes into the air, causing the entire experiment to spiral out of control. The assistant ended up as a horrifying half-human, half-snake creature. The doctor was furious. This wasn't the result he had envisioned. What he truly wanted was to fully transform a human into a snake. That's why he had tricked the assistant into getting injected in the first place. But everything fell apart at the crucial moment. Enraged and humiliated, the doctor boxed up the assistant and sold him for cheap to a struggling circus in town. To everyone's surprise, the once dead circus business suddenly boomed. Since acquiring the Snake Man, crowds had been lining up non-stop, all drawn by the bizarre new attraction. What no one realized, though, was that this Snake Man wasn't wearing a costume. He was a real, genetically modified human being. The man desperately wanted to cry for help, but not a single sound could come out of his mouth. Meanwhile, Dr. Jack wasn't done with his twisted experiments. He began searching for his next test subject. This time, he went to a university and approached his old friend, Professor John. He lied, saying that his previous assistant had suddenly run off, and pleaded for help in finding a replacement. Out of friendship and trust, Professor John didn't want to say no, so he introduced one of his students, Nick. With a new subject secured, Jack wasted no time and rushed back to his remote lab in the wilderness. Soon, Jack gave him a tour of the facility, introducing various snake species and explaining the difference between venomous and non-venomous types. Jack came across as warm and friendly, so Nick didn't hesitate at all. He decided to stay, but little did he know, that choice would lead him straight into a living nightmare. Old Bai, noticing how gullible the college student was, told him that for safety reasons, he needed to receive a shot of snake venom antibodies. Naive Nick believed him without question, but what he didn't know was that the injection wasn't an antibody at all. It was King Cobra DNA. The genetic effects kicked in fast. That night, Nick felt feverish and restless. When he finally woke up, he realized he had been unconscious for a full 7 days and nights. He looked in the mirror and was horrified to see that his skin was peeling off in large patches.